Hi, so this is Bill again. Here is how we basically have another exercise um, on how to view a flow. There's quite a few combination of techniques that we'll be doing. So we will be impersonating Beth angling and let us clean up our browser tabs to have better clarity and remove the tabs which we are not using. So let us ensure that we have only a few tabs open. So now we have the exercise tab and let's keep this open as well just to have the main routes. Let's have the root URL that will take us to the UI 16 view and we have the studio view. And now it's good habit to making it clean all the time as you build or edit your applications. And now let us go back to the UI 16 view. So I'll put at the end. And now let us go to the top right and we have impersonate. So we are asked to impersonate Beth Anglin and let's impersonate that user. And let us go back to the exercise to ensure that we know the next step. So now we have done the steps already and let's just ensure that you have Beth Anglin. Yes, so we have the same picture. Who is Beth Anglin at this stage? And now we are asked to go to self-service and visual taskboards. So there's quite a few ways of navigating to the application menu, right? Eventually, what you have observed is like what you're seeing here, we are under the service operations workspace, right? So I'm going to segue a little bit. This is where you could basically, as a service desk, where you can view incidents, attend to a ticket, resolve a ticket, and so on. So let us stay focused on our exercise. So we have self-service, and you can see under self-service, then we have visual taskboards. So we can also directly search visual taskboards from the search navigator, and it should also give us the same result. So as I do that, it's like press exit, do visual taskboard and you will see it will provide the same results. And let us go back. So right now we don't have any visual taskboards as described in this exercise. Now let's navigate to the incidents and search for this specific number. So I'm going to copy that and navigate back to incidents. And as you will see as we go to incidents, right? So you can go to very specific to open, right? To ensure that we are doing it correctly. So it did not say, right? So you can go directly to incidents or self-service incidents. So what we're trying to say here is like Beth Anglin has both access to these modules. So you have the application menu and the module itself. So you can see that if you navigate here, right? So you will see application assigned to Beth Anglin, right? Caller is Beth Anglin, so it's filtered to her. But what we're trying to do is like we are ensuring that this number here is assigned to Beth Anglin, and the self-service incident is not providing us that answer to. So to basically verify that, we can go to the open incidents, do a search and paste the number, right, and do an enter. So we can see here is like it's assigned to service desk group. The caller is Carol, and as we drill down, we will see that it is assigned to Beth Anglin. So let me exit this one. So I've been doing some laboratories on my PDI, so you're seeing pop up. So please ignore that. So let us stick on the exercise. So as we confirm, right, we will be ending the impersonation and basically we'll be navigating to the process automation flow design. So let's do that and navigate end the impersonation. And let's go to on the left. So you can go to either do a search or go to history. And we should basically see also the process automation flow designer. So if you don't see it, right? You must have not saved it and let us basically also the other way is put it under your favorites, right? So you can mark it as favorite to ensure that it's always available for us. Now, if we go back to and navigate here, you will see that it's now available for as a shortcut going to Flow Designer. And you're asked to go to the VTB sample flow, right? and examine the action. So let us copy this one, navigate back, and as we navigate, make sure you are in the flows tab, and you will see here there's a three dots, and let's do a search and apply. And I don't think we see it here, so let's do it again. So let's do a search VTB sample flow, but I thought I already saw it just now. So let's just say on the second, just let's just showing you how to search. So as you notice, like this workflow is basically housed on this application, right? So it's not even inside the Need IT. So you can use it, right, depending on the settings on how a workflow has been configured. And you will see that inside on this VTB sample flow, you will have this trigger, right? And as it loads, let us wait for it to load. Then as it's created, any record created in the incident and which is priority field is marked as critical, then what it's saying and do this following actions, right? So basically, it's quite straightforward and it can be complex at times, depending on what you are trying to achieve. And as you can see here, we have three actions. And let us, as you drill down, right? So on the action, you will see that it has an action name and what are the inputs, right? So basically, on each action, right, the form it becomes like a form, right? So the form will vary on depending on what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve, what type of action, right? And it will basically change, right? And for example, this is create free form VTB, right? So it's pointing to this action property, and it needs different information, and this information, right? So you'll see here, it could be a text, it could be a type user, right? And so on, right? So now on the right, you will have the data pills. So the data pills, you can navigate it, right? Bring it and drag it to the left, right? So, but you have to make sure that the type is basically correct. So you can see type record, type true, false, right? Otherwise, it will not accept it, right? So if it's not accepting it, you have to ensure that you are basically dragging it to the correct field with the correct type. So as you satisfy yourself, right now you can click done and go to the next action. And you can see you can add more action, right? And you could add action inside or you can add action at the bottom. So depending on what you're trying to achieve. So now as we go back to the exercise, right, you will see here that we are asked to test the flow. And as we test the flow, it will be asking for an incident number. So let's do that, right? Since it is pointing to the incident table, right, as we scroll up, so it's incident. So basically, it also has a test should start from that specific incident record as well. So let's do that. And you can see now we can search for the number, paste it, and now run the test. So the test has been triggered. So let us try to click and see what has happened. So you can see now the flows has been completed, right? So it's ensuring nothing has failed as we have basically did the test run. And let us go back to the exercise, and it's asking us to go back and impersonate Beth Anglin. And what it's trying to say is like the workflow should have created a task, right, for Beth Anglin, right? So let us verify that and go and impersonate Beth Anglin. So eventually it's not allowing me to do it here. So let us go back to the roots URL. Let's delete and ensuring that we are back on the UI 16. Right, so let me do that again. So I think I missed an endpoint URL. So let's try this one here. Okay, so now we are in the correct view. Let us navigate to the user menu, impersonate Beth Anglin. So it's already available. And let's go to the result taskboard, and we should see a task assigned to Beth Anglin already. I hope you find this video helpful. I see you on the next tutorial.